Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Brad here. So today I want to talk about how many stocks should I own? How many stocks should we own as investors in the stock market? So this is somewhat of a heated topic, and the topic is diversification. And the saying goes, don't put all of your eggs in one basket, right? So if you put all your eggs in one basket, something happens to that basket, you lose all your eggs, okay? Now, Buffett, what would Warren Buffett, what does Warren Buffett say about diversification? Warren Buffett says diversification makes very little sense for anyone who knows what they're doing. Diversification is protection against ignorance, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't know how to value a business, if you don't know how to assess the investment quality of a business, there's nothing wrong with buying an index fund. There's nothing wrong with buying a big basket of stocks to own. And that's actually what Buffett recommends for most investors. It's just to buy a U.S. S&P 500 index fund that tracks the S&P 500. Now, it's interesting. I see a lot of investors on YouTube who pick individual stocks, but their portfolios, they've got like 30, 50, 100 companies in there. And the problem with that is if you know something about how to value companies, if you know something about how to, assess the investment potential of different businesses, then the idea of, putting money into your number one investment thesis, your number one pick, the company that you think has the strongest investment potential, and then putting money in the company that has the 30th or 50th or 100th best investment potential. I mean, why would you rob money from your number one investment opportunity to put money in companies that are so far down the list? It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, if someone you knew owned 3, 4, 5 businesses in the town that you live in, different kinds of businesses, you would probably say, well, they're a pretty diversified business owner. 3, 4, 5 different businesses. So the idea that you need 30, 50, 100 stocks, it never made a whole lot of sense to me. Because stocks, they represent businesses, right? So Mark Cuban, for example, says diversification is for idiots. Now, Cuban tends to have a bit of a sharp tongue, and he likes to, get people riled up. So of course he would say something like that. But, the more you think about it, the more you realize, yeah, that makes sense. If I understand anything about investing, about how to pick individual stocks, individual businesses, maybe, the idea of diluting your investments away from your top 5 or your top 10 to get into number 20, 30, 40, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you know what you're doing, I think between 5 and 10 stocks, you shouldn't need more than that, okay? Really, if you expand beyond that and you know what you're doing, all you're doing is you're diluting your returns with lesser investments, okay? So just let that sink in. For example, Charlie Munger owns he basically has 3 holdings, okay? He's got Berkshire Hathaway. He's got an investment in Li Lu's fund out of China, and which is Himalaya Capital Management, I believe. And then he's got an investment in Costco. So, of course you could say, well, he doesn't really own 3 businesses because Berkshire has a ton of businesses under its umbrella. I'm sure Lilu has a handful, maybe 10 under his umbrella. But the idea here, I mean, early on when Warren Buffett was a younger investor, I think he had like 60% of his portfolio in Geico, because that was his number one investment pick. And he felt no need to dilute that by allocating more money to businesses that he didn't find as compelling. So, keep that in mind when you're building out your portfolio. You're trying to figure out, okay, how many stocks should I own? How many businesses should be in my portfolio? If you're just getting started, maybe buy Berkshire Hathaway. It's a pretty good price right now. It's near the lowest it's been in the last year, and that way, technically you own one stock, but you've got all of these different businesses under that umbrella. I actually think that's a slightly better investment probably at this point than investing in the S&P 500 index. But start with whatever you're comfortable with. If you don't want to pick individual companies, put some in Berkshire, put some in the S&P 500, maybe put half in one of those, and then half kind of picking a couple different companies that look compelling to you. And I'm going to put out more videos. I'm going to value Facebook. I've already done a video where I talk about the 5 companies that I'm excited about at the moment, which were GraphTech, Micron, Uber, Facebook, and Berkshire Hathaway. So I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos about that. But I just wanted to kind of introduce my position on diversification, how many stocks you should own in your portfolio. And let me know in the comments, what you think, because everybody's got a different opinion about this. But I do feel fairly strongly about really weighting the portfolio towards, your best investment ideas, the companies that you really think have a lot of investment potential. Both you like the quality of the business and the price is attractive. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of diversification in the comments. Again, thanks for being here. Hit that thumbs up if you got any value out of this. Hit the subscribe button as well so you don't miss any future videos. I'm going to be doing a video like this every day. You don't want to miss any. So that's it, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.